The screen fades in on a dimly lit street, New York City, late 1970s. A single street lamp flickers, illuminating a cracked sidewalk. A narrator's voice cuts in, calm but ominous. Nobody saw the real New York at night. Not the New York in the postcards, not the New York of tourists. Beneath the lights and the skyscrapers, there was another city, a hidden empire. It belonged to the men who ruled by fear, silence, and loyalty. It was the world of the Mafia. And in that world, life was cheap, but power was priceless. Inside a smoky bar, men in suits sit around a small round table. Glasses of whiskey clink, cigarette smoke curls through the air. At the center is Tony Marino, a rising soldier in a mid-level Mafia family. He leans forward, his eyes sharp. Tony, the business is good, but good isn't enough. The bosses expect more. If we don't show we're strong, we're nothing. The narrator continues. Tony Marino was not a boss. Not yet. But ambition burns hotter than loyalty in a man's chest. And ambition in the Mafia meant only two things: you climbed up, or you got buried. Cut to a basement, cold and damp. Three men stand around another tied to a chair, his face bloodied, shirt soaked in sweat. Vince Romano, Tony's closest friend and partner, flicks ash from his cigarette, eyes narrowed. Vince, just say the name. Who gave you the nerve to talk? You give us that, maybe you walk out. You keep quiet, tomorrow you're a ghost. The man sobs, shakes his head. Silence. A gunshot echoes in the small room. The chair tilts forward. The camera lingers on the blood pooling on the concrete. The narrator's voice lowers. This wasn't interrogation. It was a message. To everyone on the street, the rules were simple. Betray the family, you disappear. The streets remember you only as a stain. Cut to Detective John Harris, an NYPD veteran. He stands in front of a corkboard cluttered with photographs, mugshots, and strings connecting names. Harris, they're everywhere. Politicians, cops, business owners. You can't chase them without running into walls. Every time we get close, someone upstairs pulls the plug. The narrator fills in the silence. The Mafia didn't just rule the streets. They ruled the system. A bribe in the right pocket bought silence. A favor to the right judge erased charges. And when money wasn't enough, bullets did the talking. Flashback to Tony at home. He sits at a kitchen table with his mother, her face tired but warm. Tony, Ma, everything I do it for us. You'll never have to worry again. I promise. His mother shakes her head, her eyes filling with tears. Mother, this life, Anthony, it doesn't give peace. It only takes. The narrator. Beneath the tough exterior, Tony was still a son. Still a man who believed his sins bought his family safety. But the Mafia didn't deal in safety. It dealt in debts. Back at the bar, a new figure enters. Heavy steps, heavy presence. Salvatore, Big Sal, Leone, a caporegime, feared and respected. The room falls silent when he speaks. Big Sal, there's a problem. A new crew is sniffing around our streets. This is our city. And there's only one way to settle this: fear. You don't negotiate with rats. You crush them. Narrator. Competition wasn't business. It was war. If you lost ground, you lost everything. And in the Mafia, weakness was never forgiven. A montage plays. Gunmen leaning out of car windows firing, drug packets exchanged in alleyways, stacks of cash dropped in briefcases, funeral processions followed by black Cadillacs. Narrator. Every dollar came painted in red. Every handshake carried the weight of betrayal. And every night, someone didn't make it home. In a parked car, Tony and Vince wait, the silence thick. Vince lights another cigarette, glances at Tony. Vince, you ever get scared, Tony? Tony, scared. If you show fear, you're dead. If you become fear, you live. Gunfire erupts. Glass shatters. Blood sprays across the dashboard. The screen fades black. Narrator. One killing led to another. Retaliation was the only language everyone understood. And the cycle never stopped. Cut to a courtroom. A nervous witness takes the stand, eyes darting. Before he speaks, a whisper spreads through the room. A bailiff hurries in with a note for the judge. The judge's face hardens. The witness is dead. Narrator. Justice had no place in this story. Every witness had an expiration date. Testifying against the Mafia wasn't bravery. It was suicide. Tony's family appears again. A small daughter runs into his arms. His wife waits at the dinner table. Wife. How long can you keep living like this? Every night, every call, I don't know if you're alive. Tony stays silent, his eyes dark. Narrator. For every double life, there was always one truth. The streets demanded more than any family could give. And sooner or later, one life devoured the other. In a candle-lit meeting room, the dons gather. Big Sal at the head. His voice fills the silence. Big Sal, we're done waiting. This city belongs to us. Anyone who forgets that, won't live long enough to remember.